Okay, let's continue checking some essays. And here we have one. It says, nowadays, more people are choosing to live with their friends or alone rather than with their families. This trend is likely to have a negative impact on communities. Or to what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Remember, we are mainly here checking organization and whether or not your strategy to develop your ideas is effective. So I have to feel that your points are clear and easy to follow. All right. So how many words do we have here in this conclusion? We have, let me see. These are the words, 450 words. That's a lot. Okay, words, 450. And let's begin. So this is the introduction. And I will put this here and I will insert this here. And these are the comments. And it says, how many words in the introduction? Let's see. 90 words in this introduction. That's cool. So words, 90 words. The idea that negative effects on communities may be expected because every day more people are moving out from their family homes at an early age is somehow controversial. Okay, controversial. Okay, this is your hook. It is true that recently we have seen, it is true that we have recently seen, no? We have recently seen an increase in young adults that are preferring to live outside their parents' houses. Moreover, some people may believe that this behavior is experiencing an increasing trend. Although there may be some reasons why some people think that this is negative for society, I believe that positive consequences are also to be expected. Okay, so there are good things. There are good things that will happen thanks to the fact that people are leaving their families. Okay, so we have a hook, we have some background information, and a thesis statement about positive consequences. Positive consequences of what? According to the task, living with their friends or living alone. Positive consequences. Is that what we are going to see in these two paragraphs? Let's see. So here, let's insert a table and I put here comments and I paste the paragraph. I count the number of words, 91 words, that's good. Words, 91. On the one hand, I can think of an important negative consequence from young adults leaving their parents' houses. People moving from their family houses are expected to deal with important extra financial expenses. So this is the main idea. In my opinion, we don't need this. And it should be like that. No? And in that way, you have your topic sentence here. Okay, that's way better, in my opinion, than having an introduction that has no purpose. Look, that introduction, if you leave it like that, the part that is in light blue, in my opinion, does not contribute to the development of your argument. Why? Because that's your topic sentence. You're going to talk about financial expenses. Okay. So there's no reason to add something else that is not contributing to developing your paragraph. Okay, so positive consequences. All right. And what is the positive consequence here? The people moving from their family houses are expected to deal with their important, So dealing with your financial stuff by yourself is a positive effect. Even though some of these youngsters are moving in with roommates and therefore are sharing household expenses, it is inevitable that they will face extra costs that are natural to maintain in a home. Some individuals may believe that this situation is affecting the people's savings capacity, which in the end can have negative consequences. Yes, so you see, you're talking about negative consequences, but you're not telling me what the positive consequences are. So I believe that one of the positive consequences here that you're mentioning is that young ones are, and people in general are learning how to manage their budget. That is what I was expecting to see here, but I don't see this here. Why? Because here you are not stating that directly. So we need that. We need sentences that give us information about what the paragraph is going to be about. So this paragraph, in my opinion, should be about how important it is for someone to learn how to deal with their budget, how to handle your budget. But I don't see that there. So even though there is a topic sentence, yeah, nothing is developed on the positive consequence of living by yourself, living on your own. Okay, so unfortunately, from my point of view, this paragraph is not contributing to the development of the thesis statement. I don't see the positive consequence, the first one, clearly stated here. I can infer that you're talking about being able to learn how to handle a budget, how to manage your budget. But this is not stated here. It's kind of like I have to guess what you mean, right? Now, let's see the other paragraph. This is the second positive effect because that's what you said in your introduction, that there are positive effects. So let's see comments. And let me bring the thesis statement down. Okay, this is the thesis statement, and I am pasting the thesis statement right there. Although there may be some reasons why some people think that this is negative for society, I believe that positive consequences are also expected. Yeah, what is a positive consequence? Let's see. On the other hand, I believe that positive outcomes can result from moving out of your, yeah, again, we don't need this because you are repeating something that is not contributing to the development of your argument. It's like a filler. When someone is in charge of maintaining a house, he or she will learn to be more responsible, organized. Yeah, responsibility, organization. That is what was not mentioned in the previous paragraph. The previous paragraph should have been clearer, like you will learn how to handle and manage your budget. Okay, that was lacking. Here we have that, learning to be responsible and organized. Okay, and organized. For example, keeping up with domestic issues will force them to become aware of daily responsibilities, such as paying the utilities bill on time, planning what groceries they need to buy, deciding when they will clean the house or do the laundry. In addition, even though these people may be spending some extra money by living by themselves, it will certainly teach them, you see, the important financial concepts, and eventually they will manage to save. Yeah, so all of this, in my opinion, should be part of the previous paragraph. Okay, green, in my opinion, does not belong here. It belongs to the previous paragraph. I believe that the natural consequence is that people will not sacrifice savings for your accommodation expenses. So people, remember, you're talking about people. You're not talking about me. Accommodation expenses by the second yeah, this is about budgeting. Okay, so for example, because they are not living by themselves or with a friend, they may be preferred to dine This is not okay. At home rather than at a restaurant, or they can switch entertaining at home instead of going to a pub. So in my opinion, all of this is about budgeting, not about being responsible. Responsible in terms of what? Household, responsible in terms of money, organized, right? So you are mixing here house chores, household stuff, and budgeting. But you're not saying that here in your introduction, I mean, in the topic sentence, you're not saying that responsible towards money, right? So I believe that green belongs to the previous paragraph, okay? And you should talk about money in the previous paragraph, and here about household activities, household chores, all right? That's what I feel. Now, what's the conclusion about? Let me take a look at that. This conclusion, how many words do we have here? So we have 88 comments. In conclusion, I can understand why some people may think that the fact that young adults are moving out from their parents' houses may have bad consequences for society. Nevertheless, I strongly believe that the positive impacts of living alone or with a friend are more substantial than negative side. Important traits such as a sense of responsibility and organization are expected to be in those who have decided to be, this is like a summary of the second body paragraph. However, since the first body paragraph is not clear, I cannot tell if you are summarizing the first body paragraph here. We should not be worried that this situation is becoming more frequent every day. This is like a conclusion, but I'm not in, I don't feel encouraged to do anything after reading this. Okay, so the conclusion should move me to act upon your argument. So light blue is not causing that effect in me. Okay, so here, the thesis statement. Let's see the thesis. Yes, I have the thesis statement here. That is the thesis statement. And somehow it is paraphrased because the thesis statement includes a counter, a point of view that belongs to that has a different view. I see the summary of one of the paragraphs. I'm not sure if the first body paragraph is summarized, and this can be stronger. The final comments, you should move people to act. So what can we say about this essay? It has a nice introduction. You're going to talk about 2 positive consequences. The first positive consequence is not clear to me. It should be learning how to handle your money, but I don't see it there. It's not directly stated. Okay, so I cannot tell that, I cannot say, sorry, if you are actually developing your point here. Here in this paragraph, you are talking about being responsible towards what? Responsible with money? Organized, okay, household activities, house chores. But then there's green about money, maybe linked with responsibility. But what about money in the previous paragraph? So you see, I believe that green belongs to the previous paragraph. And your conclusion, there's no much to say about it because one paragraph is like, okay, and the other one is not well developed. So I cannot say if the 2 body paragraphs are very well summarized in this conclusion. But I could say that the final comments can be stronger. All right, so that's my final feedback on this essay.